Alright, so I'm going to be doing a review of The Evil Dead, the 40th Anniversary Edition. Now, this is a comic that was sent to me by my good friend, Mount Vernon Kid. He has said that he is going to be sending me a ton more of comics, and when those come in, I do plan to do like a live stream, like an unboxing, kind of like I did the last time. He sent me like a massive delivery of comics, and yeah, I just thought it'd be kind of fun. But this was the first thing that got here first, and I thought it'd be kind of fun. And it's the year of the 40th anniversary of Evil Dead, so you know, one of my favorite horror movies, and I'm sure a lot of you guys out there as well. So let's talk a bit about this comic. Now, what's interesting is that this is not under Dynamite. This is under Dark Horse, and you may be thinking, well, wait a minute, the Evil Dead books are under Dynamite. Why is Dark Horse doing this? Technically not. The Dynamite comics do have the rights to Ash, but in the Army of Darkness sense. That's why you never get to see in any of the comics where it's called Ash versus Evil Dead or something of that nature. It's always the Army of Darkness, because the Army of Darkness title is under a different studio. So the license is under Dynamite, but the Evil Dead license of Evil Dead 1 and 2 are under, it can be under anybody, and I think it's Dark Horse who has the rights. So you really have, it's kind of like a He-Man She-Ra thing, where one group has one license and the other one has the other license. So there you go. Now, this comic is written not by Sam Raimi, but it is based on his original script. I have the comic, I just can't show you what's in it because I might there is some really, like, grisly, gory stuff. I mean, it's Evil Dead, what do you expect? But, like, I literally can't show you 90% of this book, because it is some gory shit. But again, it's Evil Dead, you already know this, so I don't think I need to tell you guys much more than that. So yeah, that was kind of the big thing, was that this is some gory shit that I really enjoyed, and what's really cool is that this book actually follows kind of an original script by Sam Raimi, in that this follows more of like that Cheryl was not originally not meant to be Ash's sister. They kind of put that in later. So in here, she's just one of Linda's friends, along with Shelley. So they're just a group of girls, and they wanted to come along too. The comic is more set up as more like Ash recounting the events of the first Evil Dead movie. Like, he's telling, like, you can almost, and like, the dialogue is so good. As I was reading this book, I was literally, could almost hear Bruce Campbell's voice in the book. Like, I could literally almost hear the Bruce Campbell's voice within the comic, and I thought that's some damn good writing by Mark Verdun, who had done some stuff for X-Men, but nothing too major. Speaking of other stuff that's in here that's not from the movie, this comic really does get to this comic really gets to expand on a lot of other stuff that the movie never got to, because the movie was pretty low budget, so they did have to cut some things. Like, we get to see more of the Kandarian demons speaking to Cheryl while she's in the cellar. We even get to see what happens to Scotty when he leaves the forest, the cabin, and goes into the forest. We actually get to see what happened to him in that book. I mean, in this book. The other thing is that we actually get to see the professor in here. We get to see what happens to him in this comic. This really does get to expand a lot, because, like I said, the movie had such a shoestring budget that it really didn't get to really play with a lot of the elements. But in here, it actually does add a lot more to the original film, but it also really gets to play around with some other stuff too. It really gets to play around with what Ash is thinking at the time, like when he saw Shelley get possessed. There's also, like, more stuff done with the Deadites. And we get to see more of, like, how Ash and Linda met each other and their time together. Like, we get to see, it's not just, like, the gore we get to expand on. It's more of, like, the characters themselves. Rather than just be cannon fodder for the Deadites, they are they get actually a little more of character arc with them. We get to find out like how Scotty met Ash. We also get to see how the friends like interacted before they went to the cabin. We actually get an opening scene of everyone getting together to go to Tennessee to basically start the whole events in this cabin. It's a very well done book. I really enjoyed it. If you are a fan of Evil Dead, I know this isn't going to be a long review, but there isn't really much to say. It's a 4-issue book that really, while it does follow the movie, it really does kind of have its own voice at the same time, too. So if you are looking for some, like, fun Evil Dead stuff, I would say pick this up. If you are a fan of Evil Dead, this was a lot of fun to read. And I want to thank Chris Mount Vernon Kid. Chris, I know you're watching this, so thank you so much, man, and can't wait to see the other goodies that I'm sure you're going to be sending my way soon. Anyway, other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I highly recommend this book. I think it's been for the 40th anniversary. It got reprinted, so yeah, it's not going to be that hard to find. I got Chris sent it to me in hardcover. I think it's about $19.99. So about $20, but I do think if you are an Evil Dead fan, it's gonna be your money's worth. Anyway, other than that, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.